California, Mexico. And I am very proud to share to friends and relatives that I have invested in one of the properties of Rancho Costa Verde, a green beach community where I can visit for a vacation or maybe retire, and would give me so much fun for my family and friends. And once again, we are also inviting others to join me as we explore the beauty of nature here in Mexico. Again, thank you and may God bless all of us. Sa ating mga kababayan sa Pilipinas, ako po ay gumagawa ng proyekto para mapalalim ang magandang ugnayan ng mga Pilipino sa Mexico. Bumili po ako ng lote sa Rancho Costa Verde dito sa San Felipe, Baja, California, Mexico. Kikita nyo sa likod ang napakagandang tanawin, dagat, at mababait na mamamayan ng Mexico. Yan. Ang kalikasan dito ay pinapahalagahan at binibigyan ng pansin ng pamahalaan na huwag masira, iingatan, proteksyonan, at lalong payayamanin. Again, maraming po salamat at magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Front. So normally, like I said, if we were going, make a right, make a left, and we head south. Now it's a little humid this morning. You can see all the clouds up there. There's some sort of storm, and the monsoons are already hitting the Arizona, New Mexico area. And this is why we do not really have a typical rainy season. We get other people's rainy season. But when we do get the clouds, they are full of moisture, and we will get a little humidity. But the funny thing is that we don't keep clouds very long. They usually blow off by midday. They're gone unless it's a major storm down south. And remember, guys, we never get hit by a hurricane. And also down at Rancho Costa Verde, in 5 years, I've never seen a mosquito. So unless you cultivate them, they don't exist. I actually found my first mosquito here in San Felipe. We had a big rain not too long ago. A big rain was like a whole half an inch. And somebody said they saw a mosquito and they brought it to me. I've only seen a dead mosquito, one, in 18 years down here. So I'm sure they're out here somewhere in San Felipe, but like I said, we haven't even seen a dead one at Rancho Costa Verde. And that's one of the reasons why I tell folks when we're down here, we literally live outside 90% of the time. Because normally we have good sunshine in the mornings. Like we average 340 to 350 days of sunshine. And normally once you get under the, if you're facing the sea and you have an overhang on your patio, by 11 o'clock it is very nice out there. You're getting the sea breeze. You can watch the sea and you're out of the direct sun. And like I said, we live 90% of our lives outside. Somebody asked about rattlesnakes, scorpions, tarantulas, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my! If you find a snake, please call me. I want to take a picture of you and the snake. If you look at the shoes I'm wearing, they're open back shoes. I've walked every single property at Rancho Costa Verde, and I have not seen a tarantula or a scorpion or a snake. I saw the tail end of a snake, but it wasn't a rattler snake. It was some sort of corn snake or king snake, and it was chasing a little chipmunk. And you'll find all kinds of holes on the ground. We have these cute little chipmunks that dig the little holes. They look like Chip and Dale. We do have a coyote, we do have gray fox and blue fox, and you'll see them sometimes scavenging by the water if a fish comes up on the shoreline. And we do have a funny bobcat who likes to sit on the top of cactus and hunt his jackrabbits. Now this used to be the fishing beach where all the pangas, which is the Mexican fishing boat, were all lined up here. You had to walk through the pangas to actually get to the beach. You can see how far the tide is out, And San Felipe has the third longest tide movement in the world. And it can go out as much as 1.5 miles on a king tide. But at Rancho Costa Verde, our tide only goes out 150 feet. Also, this water is very warm, because you imagine the sun's going to beat down on that sand, the water comes back in and it heats up like it's on a skillet. You'll see there's no more fishing boats on this. This is now a public beach, and it does fill up. Now tonight, La Morena, if you want a lot of seafood over here, mention Rancho Costa Verde, La Morena, and they'll give you a 10% discount. And there's also little El Giro. They're also good, but I don't think they give us discounts, but I know La Morena does. And if you want the best street taco in all of San Felipe, and you like the meat, or the chicken, or the El Pastor, or the chorizo, or the cheese, right here, El Kikiriki, the best street taco in all of San Felipe. If you want a little more upscale fine dining, and here on the corner, in the center of the Malecon, is Baja Mar. You can throw a dart on anything on their menu, and it's good. And next door is the Taco Factory, and they have my favorite shrimp tacos called camarones enchiladas, and it's a little bit of spice with grilled shrimp on flour tortillas. Amazing. This one right here, the Taco Factory. And if you want the best location for a 7-Eleven, if that ain't the best location for a 7-Eleven right on the Malecon, this is it. And if you're here, this is where the cabs are, right here, right next to my little pharmacy. You can see how far the people are walking out. And don't jump in the water when you walk to the water's edge. It's still very shallow. This is a big shelf, and all of that you see down there at one point was part of the Grand Canyon or the Colorado Rockies that were pulverized into sand and deposited here on this big shelf. Now you can literally eat your way down the Malecon if you want. I'm just giving you my favorite places. If you want to dance till your legs fall off, the Rockadile, but you can actually stand outside. They have all the amplifiers set at 11. You might want to get a churro, or you might want to try one of the pineapple or coconut drinks from these vendors. And I don't drink that much. They're very inexpensive. They're $3 or $4 or $5. And then Rice and Beans is an old standby, one of the first places I ate at. Good combination food. And Bar Miramar is and Brenda's is good for if you like the old-fashioned shrimp tacos where they're breaded. Brenda's has good ones. The Club Bar Miramar is the oldest continuous bar in San Felipe. It has been in operation for 49 years. And then, if you like the West Coast spiny lobster, but if you eat our shrimp, you won't want the West Coast spiny lobster. But if you want it, it's right here at Rosita's, and that's their claim to fame, is Rosita's. So I've given you quite a few places right here along the Malecon, which you'll have a great meal. These are our crew boats. Like I said, we came in 4th in the Olympics, just missed a bronze, and we won the Pan American Games in 2016. Now, my favorite place to eat, right here, it's called La Vaquita, the big white sign there on the corner, the best food in town. They keep stealing their executive chefs, the big intercontinental hotels and on the mainland keep stealing their chefs. They won many Epicurean awards. Chewy's was the first place I had tacos, because while you're waiting for your tacos, you had a bowl of clams while you're waiting for your tacos. So, and he had a little plywood stand 18 years ago. Now he's got a 2-story brick building. Now, the one thing about San Felipe, it kind of grew up haphazard. There's no real zoning, and you'll find in town you can have a business right next to a house. You can even have a business in a house. You can put in chain link fences. You can put in trailers. You can do basically whatever you want. And from a real estate perspective, that's not a good thing. And I'll share more of that with you as we go down, because you want homogeneous. And I don't mean exactly alike, but you want them to be similar. And that's where values are maintained and retained. Now, if you look over here in this building here, we're going to pass over on the left, La Placita. This is the flavor of the extension of the Malecon that's going to go from the traditional Malecon all the way down to the marina. There's also a good restaurant upstairs as well. And downstairs they sell the San Felipe sea salt in 12 different flavors. It's one of the best sea salts you've ever used. And it comes in all kinds of different spices and what have you. No, in La Placita, the little Placita on the left. It's the only 3-story building, and it looks like an old Spanish plaza. Now, this used to be the traditional end of Mexican Highway 5, was right here, is where it stopped. If you went south to Puertecitos, it was a very rough road, and to call it a road was being very generous. So Highway 5, you come down from Mexicali, and this is where it ended. And if you went south, you went on your own, because you needed a high clearance four-wheel drive, make sure you had tires and gasoline, not anymore. Italian food over here, Padrinos. Really good Italian food, the best pizza in town if you feel like Italian. But if you want seafood, guys, the best seafood, the restaurants I shared with you, and meat, there's where you want to go. Now, if you stay on this road heading straight to the border, you will hit the metal fence between U.S. and Mexico with your head. You cannot miss the border. Just go straight. And as I mentioned yesterday, you see the palm trees down the center, median, and you'll see trees are being planted on both sides of the road. Eventually, the whole entrance from the arches all the way down to the Malecon will be tree lined. It's part of the beautification of San Felipe. Remember, this was a little commercial fishing area with a little bit of tourist fishing, and now it's changed its designation to an established tourist and fishing resort. And again, no more commercial gill fishing from Gonzaga Bay all the way up to the Colorado River. And Mexico plans to bring that all the way down to the entrance, all the way down to Cabo San Lucas. Now I'm going to have Jose kind of turn off here a little bit. I want to show you the community hospital. The IMS hospital, if you apply for IMS as a legal resident, is down by the Malecon. But this is a hospital that most of us use if you don't have IMSS insurance in Mexico. This is the community hospital, and it's also open 24/7. Here's our fire department, ambulance, and EMTs. You just passed on the right. Yeah, and you cannot paint your house tricolors at Rancho Costa Verde. And this street, by the way, is where the mayor lives. That's why it's nicely paved. Over here in the corner, you can see a cyclone fence with a house with a business. That cannot happen at Rancho Costa Verde. And the little green structure, calling that a house is being very generous. And you can't leave derelict cars. There's a Datsun sitting there. Imagine how old the Datsun is. You know, it's been Nissan for about 25 years. That's a Datsun. And it's been sitting there for, I don't know how long. No chain link fences with barbed wire. And you can't leave junk around your property. All the things I just mentioned seriously affect property values. That's why San Felipe is a great place to hang out. But if you're going to own property, you want to be an established community like Rancho Costa Verde. This is our community hospital, and I've been here twice. My total bill for both times is $36. Medical care here in San Felipe and in all of Mexico I found to be exemplary. And Mexico does have universal single-payer health care. It's what we should be doing in the U.S. to stop all this talk about all these stupid plans everybody's trying to promote. IMS is if you're a senior, you're over 60, not 65. 60 you qualify for IMSS. It's $300 a year with no co-pays or deductibles, and it covers everything. In fact, I already have 4 of my Rancho Costa Verde permanent residents have already applied and have been accepted for IMSS insurance because they have their legal residency in Mexico. Not their citizenship, they're still U.S. citizens. Their legal residency in Mexico. Yes.
What about dogs? I have not seen any dogs.
You don't see any dogs?
I saw dogs at 7-Eleven last night, a couple of them.
We do have our own spay and neutering clinic, and we do, in fact, we just shipped up 20 dogs to the U.S. They wanted the little chihuahuas, and so we do keep control on that. In the old days, there'd be really packs of dogs that'll be running around San Felipe. It hasn't been that case for more than 10 years. You're allowed to have dogs and animals at Rancho Costa Verde, up to 4 pets per household, but no livestock. No pigs, no chickens, no cows, no mules. Now, instead of going straight back to the U.S., we're now going to head south, and we're going to be leaving the Mexicali district when we get to the end of San Felipe, and we'll be going into the Ensenada district. Now, if you've ever been to a Rubio's taco store or taco restaurant, he got his recipe for his fish taco here. Except he doesn't use the great fish we use, he uses pollock, which has no flavor. You down here, we make our fish taco from corvina, sea bass, halibut, flounder, sierra, wahoo, and our fish tacos are incredible. Well, again, someone asked if they're going to do the beautification on the other streets. No. All these things have basically been grandfathered in. And I'll share with you a little bit of story of a friend of mine. When I was selling El Dorado Ranch in 2002, he bought a lot at a similar price, a little 3,000 square foot lot here in town, and what happened to him. And I'll share with you that could happen to you as well. You see all these cars and stuff, you'll have houses and businesses combined into one, like there's no rhyme or reason. And at Rancho Costa Verde, we have very strict building guidelines and zoning laws.
Is that an association thing or a legal?
It's an association thing that we've all agreed to. So once you become an owner, you sign on to our rules. You break the rules and, put in a trailer, put in a cyclone fence, start putting garbage out, you can be removed. We have about 4 nurseries in town. Tell them what you want to plant, and they'll plant it. They'll help you with whatever you need to do. If you have something special, if you love bougainvillea, it grows like a weed down here. We have 11 different colors. So if you want to take your fences or your side of a house or whatever, or lattice work, you can have it totally immersed. It's one of my owners. We're going to be building her home soon. She's actually renting a little apartment in town.
This gal here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's Donna.
That's Donna.
See you later, Donna.
He lives in apartment.
Now, somebody asked me yesterday where my dentist office is. If you look at the white building over here on the right, that is my dentist, Molina, California, Ferrero. I got $11,000 worth of work done for $1,380. She sings to you in the genre. She has a beautiful voice. It's the genre you like. And if your mouth isn't full of tools, you can join her in song. Over here on the right is the ABC bus station. They have 6 trips a day back to Mexicali, Tecate, Tijuana, and Ensenada. And over here on the left is where our hotel is. And like I said, if we were heading straight down, we would come up to this road here at the big yellow Rubik's Cube, and then we head south. This was the first 7-Eleven built. It was built about 8 years ago, and I was there for the opening, and they give you free Slurpees when they open up the 7-Eleven, and all of them watching the hot dogs roll around on the little hot dog roller, and I said, no comida, don't eat those. They've been rolling there for 100 years. Take your Slurpee and we'll get some tacos. Round trip is $13 if you're not on IMS. US dollars. That's round trip. Okay, now come up on the corner. I'm going to have Jose stop because I want to talk to you a little bit about property values. So there are 2 lots here for sale on this corner, and I just want to cover them here. There's 1 lot behind the house with the trailer and another lot behind the fence. That's how small the lots are in San Felipe. And they're selling these 2 lots as a combo for $77,000. Now, I want to draw a comparison to Rancho Costa Verde. My average lot is 10,000 square feet. So take these 2 lots and the 2 lots where the houses sits on, and that would be approximately 1 lot at Rancho Costa Verde. In addition to that square footage, there's another 8 to 10,000 square foot behind the lot of permanent open space. So if you wanted to replicate what you had at Rancho Costa Verde, you'd have to spend $77,000 for these 2 lots, buy the 2 houses in front of you, level them, and buy the 2.5 lots across the street to equal what you get at 1 lot at Rancho Costa Verde. So I want to make sure you're comparing apples with apples and not apples with road apples. And if you don't know what a road apple is, it's what a north running horse leaves south after he lifts his tail. Okay, that is a road apple. Now, $77,000, you can see the power poles that bring it. And if you wanted to have a rooftop patio that everybody has at Rancho Costa Verde, you'd have to build 3 stories here to look over the 2 houses in front of you. So I want you to look at my arm for a second. My fingers are the roadway and my elbow is the beach. We have a 4% grade going down. In Mexico, there are no disclosure laws. It is still like California in the 1970s, caveat emptor, buyer beware. But when you buy with us, it's absolute, total, full disclosure. Absolute, full disclosure. Now you're looking at the Bay of San Felipe. This is on the Sea of Cortez, or the Gulf of California, and both those names are interchangeable. He asked about they're not empty lots, it's just open space behind your lot. You cannot put anything permanent there. If you want to plant indigenous plants, you're allowed to do that. If you want to trim an indigenous plant because it's messing up your view or blocking your view, you're allowed to do that. That is it. There'll be walking paths to the ends of the cul-de-sac, off of every cul-de-sac that will take you down to the clubhouse and the beach. So we want to keep the desert, as much of the desert. We don't want to do what they've done in Palm Springs, which is totally strip it down and just stack it up with blocks. And they have a lot of blowing sand there because they have disturbed the dirt. And we don't have any blowing storms. You ever been to Phoenix and seen a haboo, where they're 500 feet tall, covering the whole city? We've never had a haboo, ever. So again, there's so many benefits to being here by the sea. And after you've been through one haboo in Phoenix, you don't want to go through another one. Some friends of mine just moved down there. They left the Bay Area. They also own a Rancho Costa Verde. After 4 haboos last year, there was almost 2.5 feet of sand in their pool. They just covered the pool and forget about it. And they've since sold their home and they're building a Rancho Costa Verde. And instead of being at 118 degrees in the summer, our hottest summer day we've ever had was 98, and that was 2 August ago. And you get a nice breeze off the sea every day. Now people ask me, Rich, you're high on this? Yes, I'm high on this. I love it down here. This is my last project. This is my last development. This is where I'll be retiring. This is where my kids love to come. So yeah, I love it. The only negatives is, if you don't like Mexicans, boy, are you in the wrong country. And the only other negative is, if you don't like fun, you're in the wrong place, because that's our middle name. It's Rancho Costa Verde. We have fun down here. Right over here, over my left shoulder, you'll see this tall building. That is Playa Mauricio, and that's overlooking the marina. And this is where the Malecon will stop in the future. That secondary road behind the existing Malecon will actually come down here to the harbor, and it'll be the extension of the Malecon. And that's future plans for San Felipe from Fana Tour. You may not know the name, but they're the guys that created Cancun, Ixtapa, the northern areas of Puerto Vallarta, the northern areas of Mazatlan, Hualtuco, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Cozumel. They are the investment wing of the Secretary of Tourism, and they helped plant their flag here in San Felipe and our new South Beach area. And we are in the new South Beach area. Now, we don't make this an outright van. And again, it's going to take us longer to drive because Jose is going to try to miss as many of the potholes here as he possibly can. So again, it will take us longer than the normal drive time that it takes me to drive down. But if you look over here coming up on the left, you'll see brick houses. We only have one brick house, and I don't recommend building with brick, especially if you see the photos after the earthquakes in Iran, Nepal, and in Ecuador last year. All the brick buildings were lumber. shake the ground and you're in it, you're a pancake. In fact, the civil engineer decertified his signature from this, because every structure in Mexico requires a Mexican licensed architect, a Mexican licensed civil engineer, and structural engineer. All three of them have to sign it. And if those plans aren't signed by those, their plans will not be approved. So we don't have building inspectors per se, but if they build you a house and it's their fault that it collapses, they can go to jail. So we have actually stricter laws than we have in the United States. Because if something happens in the U.S., it's a civil thing, and the only thing you can sue is sue your contractor. Here, not only can you sue them, you can go to jail. Now, coming up on the left, when I got here 18 years ago, this was touted as the townhouse development, the one and only best townhouse development for San Felipe. It just didn't quite work out that way, and I'll show you some of its deficiencies as we go by, that we do not allow Rancho Costa Verde. Remember, Rancho Costa Verde is the culmination of my 46-year career, plus all of the other guys, all the other developers as well. So you know what to do and what not to do. Talk to them and find out what's the matter with it. We may have to take some of the stuff off the table for this. So let's let them unload it. Excuse us a second, folks. We have some stuff on the van we're going to have to take off to put on the bus. So give us a couple of moments here.
I am touring San Felipe here in Baja, California.
What happened to the van?
Transmission won't turn.
So now, and we want, if we're going to build this community, to try your best to do it right. Not like a timeshare, not like just selling a car, something for life. Because for us now, you know, we've been here over the 18 years. I've seen a lot of people come, and I've seen a lot of people go. And I see people come back a year or two later, and they're like, wow, you did build that pool, or you built that clubhouse, or you did build the casinos. And it's funny, I even have owners that come back, and they go, wow, you did do the stuff you said you were going to do. And I said, well, didn't you believe us at the time? Well, I did. You know, now I'm really happy to see that you did. Well, it's very important to us that we do it. Because when I see you again, it's as a neighbor. It's as an owner. My family's around here. It's not just to make a scene. So, as you come down, I realize what it's like the first time when you come down here. It's a lot to see and not enough time to see it. If I had my way to go, I'd like to bring you down for a week. You'd have more fun, and I'd have to do less talking, but we don't have that luxury. And I don't want you to be one of those people that go home and say, oh wow, I didn't realize what was there. Because I remember my first trip, Mike and I this is 18 years ago, they told us about this place that was in driving distance to San Diego, and we had to come check it out, and it was affordable, it was paradise, it was on the ocean, and very exciting. Now I'll never forget when we drove here, we were here, Michael and I together for 8 days straight. And to me, when I first saw San Felipe, it reminded me of Cabo when I was a little boy. Anybody been to Cabo, San Lucas? Cabo, I started going to Cabo when I was a kid. My brother's actually 22 years older than I am. Same parents. They're gluttons for punishment. But he's old enough to be my dad. He just turned 75, I just turned 53. And I started going down here many years ago to fish for Dorado and Wahoo and Marlin. I still do this. In fact, we're going next month. And when you're down there, you'll see, if you spend some time, they're sitting right on the Sea of Cortez, backed up to a beautiful mountain range with a gradual slope to the Sea of Cortez. In fact, they have a saying, it's where the desert meets the sea. Well, Mike and I showed up here, it was like, slope, mountains, actually the largest mountains in all of Baja. And the desert meets the sea. Same sea. The only difference is, you can drive here. I mean, you can drive to Cabo, but you won't do that too often. That's a long, long drive. It's 1,000 miles down the road from the border. And I fell in love with it. I remember both of us went home and said, we got to go get our wives on board. And if they're in it, we want to do it. And I never forget my first trip down here, because I didn't have the luxury that you guys got today. Yesterday you came down the brand, how'd you like that new bus? Pretty nice? Right. Came down a brand new motor coach, professional driver, air conditioning, food, a professional presenter, gave you a whole tour all the way down. We had to still rich away from Knott's Berry Farm and pay a good price to get that. and all, you know, to come down, first time we drove down, That road was not what it is today. If you had feelings, they were loose by the time you got to San Felipe. It was one bumpy ride. And I'll never forget, I told Rosemary, wait till you get there, wait till you see the views, wait till you see the weather. And we're driving out of Mexicali, we're going through the desert. You know that area that's flat, white, dry, in the middle of nowhere? You know what that is? So that's the largest land deposit in the history of the world. That's the inside of the Grand Canyon. So as we're driving out, my wife's like this. Where are you taking me? I thought you said this was pretty. This is in the middle of nowhere. And I said, well, you know, this is the inside of the Grand Canyon. Didn't impress her one bit. And as I was leaving San Diego, leaving into the desert, I noticed there were some buzzards overhead circling. Something died in the desert, like 20-something buzzards in the air. So I stopped the car, and I got out of my car, and I looked at my wife, Rosemary, and I said, so sweetheart, what do you think? Pretty, huh? I had to drive very fast after that. Because I was looking for that view, and that was up here somewhere before I ever got near this area. And that was 18 years ago. Since then, I built a couple homes. I'm going to have a third home here in the very near future. And I've learned a lot about this area. And we are blessed. Not only is it not Cabo, I'm glad it's not Cabo, because not only is it affordable, and you can drive here, but we actually have better weather. If you ever go on the internet, you can track the weather. The weather degrees are about a difference in one in Cabo San Lucas. Difference in price is a different ball game, a whole bunch of zeros, whole different ball game. But actually, because we're here, it's ideal to do what we're doing, and that is a solar community. You couldn't do this community in Vancouver, you couldn't do it in Chicago, but you could do it here because this is actually an overcast day for us. Most of the time it's sunny because we're on the eastern side. And what that means is we don't get June gloom. We don't get May rain. We don't get the inversion layers. We don't get hit by the Pacific storms. We don't get the southern storms because we're too far north. The prevailing breeze comes from the east, and that cools us off in the summer. So if you go to San Felipe right now, up Salvador Yurdes there, it's pretty warm up there right now. It's probably 10 degrees cooler here. Always is. You know why? We're on the deep water. Not only do you have better fishing, it's always cooler. And then that breeze comes in and cools you off. So this weekend, this is our hell. If you like it this weekend, you're going to kiss me in October. Well, not you. You'll kiss me in October, November. We have fabulous weather here. This is bad for us. So if you like it now, you'll love it next week, as Michael likes to say, because we're on the eastern side. I remember when we sat around, this is not something we just came up with. This is something that we came up with in the year 2006. Me, Frank, and Mike sat down and started talking about building an off-the-grid, totally sustainable, green community that benefits us in two ways. One, protects Mother Nature, and two, through the high technology that exists, saves your check. Because we can do things that make this a lot more affordable. So that's how this was born. And it couldn't be done unless we're right here on the sea and offering that view. So now when you go on tour, it's kind of this is a rough day for us. So keep your eye out because it does change. I want you guys to look. There's a lot of marine life out there. But this is the prize that everybody looks for every weekend. You know what that is? A dolphin? I'm giving away free margaritas whoever gets it right, okay? Extra margarita. It's not a shark, by the way. Last week was a whale, a dolphin. Did you guys come to a presentation? Yeah. This is called the vaquita. Are you what do you call it? What do you call that? Real time? How do you call that on Facebook?
Live.
Live? Am I live right now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is the vaquita. This is the most endangered sea mammal in the world, and it only lives one place on Earth, right here. That's it. So check in. Ladies, if you're out there swimming, and you feel something tickle in the back of your leg, it may not be the fellow you're with, it might be the vaquita, although looking at some of the guys in here might be one of them. But that's the vaquita. Now it's funny because a few months ago, I was sitting there giving this presentation. There's a gal right here, and I'm talking about some most endangered sea animal in the world. There's only a handful of them. They live right there. They're protected. And if you see one, don't touch it. Be very kind to it. That's the house. That's not what I keep. Actually, be careful, because one time my honeymoon pictures came up. Too much laughter. And I said, so you got to really protect this vaquita. And this lady raised her hand and she says, can we eat it? I said to her, so what'd you have to do last night, Paul? So no, you can't eat it. It's right there. Also look for this. You won't see this probably now, although we can get it based on the species. But come January, thanks, man. Come January 1st, we have some doors are closed. We have very powerful fans here, just so you know. Look at that. So this is the whale. And come whale season, you can't whale watch right through your bottom. You can whale watch from right here. And I love it when the pilot whales show up, because the pilot whales show up year round. So you don't have to just wait for January, they're here year round. I remember it's funny because one weekend I was doing this presentation, I had a group from Southern California, a guy named Roger, and he says to me, if I bought that piece of property, I'll bring 13, 14, 15 of my friends from my church and my groups. I'm very, what is the word he used? I'm pretty well known in my community. And I said, well, come on down. And then if you guys want to be neighbors, we can open the street for you. So I did. And they went and I fell in love. One guy wanted a boat, so I found him a lot that was a little bit extra wider. He wanted to do a circular driveway. One guy wanted an RV garage. One guy wanted to do some training. So we're sitting around and picking the spots. And he says, Rob, I want to go down to the beach, say a prayer together, private. Let's think about it a little bit and ask a few questions. Give us about 10 minutes and then come down and so I'll meet you down. So they went down to the beach and he says, I always like to get a sign from God. So he says, and the whale show. So I look at Roger and I said, there's your sign from God. You know that, right? The whale showed up right now. And his wife, without hesitation, looks at me and says, where's Michael? My partner. And I said, I don't know, he's around here somewhere. Why? She goes, I could just see him out there letting a giant cage, opening the door, letting whales out. I said, no, he's not that bad. But that weekend, everyone on that bus purchased a lot. And Michael purchased the whales every Sunday now. So if you see him on his knees later, that's what he's doing. And I told him, I said, they're not going to show up like it's summertime. And then one day, a pod of pilot whales comes by. So keep an eye on that. And you'll see lots of things when you're down here. It's pretty hard to describe. I wish I could have you here overnight. Because what you see, it's nothing special, it's every day. It looks like volcanoes, that's a sunrise. It's just hard to describe. And as much as I love San Felipe itself, there's nothing like our music. Because there's no ambient light, and the weather's cooler, and it's just nicer. And that's the stars tonight. It's pretty amazing. I'm gonna actually, remind me to hook this up to our TV. We've got this smart TV behind me, and I'm holding this like this, okay? Now, let's do this. You have the map? I'll give you a quick layout of the layout.
We'll set you up with Google Play and put it on the big screen.
Yes. Costa Verde, like I said, came up in 2006. It became a reality 30 days after after Wall Street crashed. And we bought up property and auctioned other property. But it took us years to bring it to where we're at. Not so much to build it, that's not that difficult. It's to entitle it correctly, and it's never really been done. If you look at some of these campos that are down here, they're just that, they're campos. But to do something that's master planned with every facet of the government, from municipal, state, federal, Mexican EPA, all the things to do this correctly, took some time. We're kind of the first temple. And that's why I appreciate our early believers, because we were doing things and evidence said it couldn't be done. One of the things we did right away is we did an environmental impact. And people won't do an environmental impact report until they're certain that they're going to have the development. We did it reverse. We did it early on because if we wouldn't have been successful, we would spent a lot of money for nothing. But in our opinion, if we didn't get that approved, why do the other stuff? So we just figured this first phase was 300 acres, roughly 350 acres. And if we didn't get approved, we just have a really big, nice front yard on the ocean, and that was it. If it did get approved, then we take it to where we're at now. So that's how it was born. And we presented it, and we brought in some professional engineers from Orange County, and they took this piece of property right here, which is phase one. It's 2.5 miles roughly from here to the beach. You guys came up the road, made a left, came down, this is the entranceway, and then it drops down. From here to here is about a change of 250 feet elevation. And the first company that we brought on put 800 lots on that piece of property. So we fired it. And we did it ourselves. And we put 364 lots in the same amount of space, but they put 800. The rest stays like God made it. And that is never going to change. So 50% is open space, 40% is a dedicated ecological sanctuary with walking trails. And then what we did is we angled all of these cul-de-sacs, and the reason is because this is our canvas. We can paint what we want. We had a bend in the coastline, so by angling those cul-de-sacs, it allows you to have the best view possible, because a lot of people think if you're not in the very front, you're never going to see water. So we try to create as many view corridors as possible by staggering the lot line, height restrictions, and then as you can see here, see all these open spaces that we put in here? Like, you know who loves the fact that we didn't do 3 lots right there? All these people. So we tried that our best. So that's why it's laid out. It's different. I know you've never seen it like that in California. We couldn't afford to do it like that in California. So here's phase 1, here's phase 2, here's phase 3, and here's phase 4. And phase 4 is so new it's not even on the map because we're doing the engineering. Because the other thing is why it takes some patience with us. If we just did this phase, we had to do one engineering layover for the drainage, the 100-year flood, and even though we only get 2 inches of rain, just in case you get it all in one day, that it's engineered for that to go off of the properties. But as soon as we bought this, we had to combine them. Then we bought this, then we had to do a whole new layout. And now in phase 4, there's a low spot here. If we didn't buy phase 4, we had to do 3 different engineering layouts here. Now that we bought that, we're utilizing that. So that's why people say, why does it take so long? It's a process because we've expanded, but it's good for you. This is not something that's just cut out and we're just doing it. This is something that's engineered correctly for the future. So that's the layout there, and then these are the beach fronts here, and I do have beachfront right here, which is another 11 properties there. Clubhouse, you're sitting in. A blink of an eye ago, Salvador remembers what it looked like that. I remember I had this photograph put up because this is the only evidence of Michael ever holding a tool in his hand. So that's why I put it up. But I remember that day like yesterday because we were sitting there, me and Michael and Frank and Chuck, and we're sitting around, this is going to be the hot tub, and this is going to be the fire pit, and this is going to be the bar, and this is going to be the pizza ovens, and this is going to be all the things that we're doing. And I remember one guy that we invited to come down looked at us on that day when that's all it was, and he said, I don't see it. I just don't see it. And I said, good, because usually when you see it, you can't afford it. That's a good thing. But if you can't see the most important thing, you're blind. He said, what's that? And I said, God's amenities. Because it's easy to build clubhouses. It's easy to build a fire pit. It's easy to build a pool. It's not so easy to build a beach, an ocean, a mountain range. So that's what I was saying. Everything else you can add to. So that's when it was born, and here we are now. So now what we're going to do is, you can see this will be done this year. We just did a layout for the middle area here, which is going to be like an oasis. And then straight back to the left, it's going to be bocce ball. You ever play bocce ball? It's a great sport. Bocce ball and horseshoes. In the middle is going to be a volleyball area. And then to the far right, we're going to have a 7-hole putting course. And that's all on our way as well. And then here will be a barbecue pavilion, another bar area. So this is yours to enjoy. So if you want to bring friends and family, have a wedding, whatever it is, this is yours to use and enjoy. The pool, the football, this is kind of like owning your own resort. What I'm going to use the casitas for, you get 1 free week every year as an owner. If you have 2 lots, you get 2 free weeks. It's our way of saying thank you. Sometimes people buy a second one to build on or for the kids or whatever. It's where I'm going to put my mother-in-law when she visits. So it's always a good thing to have that too. When kids come and visit or the college kids or whatever. So all that here, right here, and we're about 30 minutes to San Felipe. So our whole idea was to create our own little oasis away from our oasis, where the weather's better, it's cooler, it's nicer. So that's the layout. Any questions on this at all? Yes, sir.
Where's the clubhouse?
Right here. Now, if we do phase 5, we're going to build another clubhouse over here, and we'll add some more casitas.
And building more casitas. And you'll see a little terracotta foam here. This was our first foray into small construction. This is 600 square feet, and all the 10 builders can build a house like that, only better, from $69,000 with the solar panels, with the Mighty Mac, with the system, everything ready for you to go. We can build that for $69,000. So here's the model that was shown on the movie. And this is the beachfront. Phase 4, the beach lots are over to my right. Everything to the left from the beach house down all the way down the beach has been sold. And this is a mile of our beach. Jose kind of pull over here, and you'll be able to see how close the water is, not like the tide that goes out in San Felipe. This is one of the beach accesses where this little roadway is. So if you have a
This one is 650. 650 square feet. It's nice and small. That's all he needed, you know?
How much is the cost again?
This one was $78,000 turnkey with the lot, solar, everything.
So it's run by solar, right?
Uh-huh.
Plus the lot, how much?
That was with the lot.
How with the lot?
Yeah, because he bought the whole street.
Oh,
So he
wow.
got a really good price on the lot because he purchased 4
How
or
much
5.
is cost per square feet?
$78 a square foot.
78.
Wow.
So if you think about it, let's just make it.
There's a nice view of the ocean, of the sea, huh?
We go for it. You can imagine whether it's a day, a month, a week, a year. He's only putting $8,000 rather than the $700 that they wanted him to put for Dominican Republic or Costa Rica or anything like that.
Right, in terms of the water, the water piping or?
Everything is already piped in. There's a cistern on top of the roof on this house, but normally it's adjacent. That's all a part of that $78 a square foot. It's a big water tank. It's about 2,500 gallons.
Mike, can you explain, he is assured that there will be, he has a view of this. What about
Absolutely.
future developments?
This, I mean, if people, he has what's called view corridors, lot lines. So there might be a piece of property here, or a piece of property here, but
Yeah.
you will always be able to see the sea. And if you go up on the roof, you will always have a view.
Ah, okay.
So even if there's 2 homes built right here, let's just say right in front of them, there'll be at least 15 feet in between each one. So 30 feet minimum on our setbacks. So you'll be able to look through on top of the building. So that's why I asked you to look at it. That's why you made
Okay, I'm one of the homes here at Rancho Costa Verde, Spanish home, and you can see it's a bit raining, but you can see right away there, walking distance. And most of the homes that I started investing here are really close to the sea. I'm in this other home of Filipina. This is the deck, and you can see right away the beautiful view of the sea. And if you go on the other side, you can see the beautiful of the mountains. Okay, so this is supposedly the second floor of just the deck.
I sent it to you.
Okay, so let's go down and see how it is. This is solar house.
Everything is solar.
Everything is solar. So you show me the beautiful bedrooms.
We here, the first one. Over here. She has a view, beach view, on her bed. Next one. Her living room.
The living room. So this is like 2 bedrooms,
Yes. Oh, 3 bedrooms, right?
3 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms, 2-car garage, 2 bathrooms.
And then this is well,
Wow, beautiful house.
beautiful house. This is the second bedroom.
It's nice. Cools it down.
Very beautiful.
When the rain cools it down.
Look at her second
Even
bedroom.
here you have a view of the sea, huh?
Yes, their second bedroom.
Yeah.
Bathroom. Even the bathroom is so beautiful.
Yeah, what about the other bedroom?
Yeah.
This is,
That's the first, the second, so there's only 2.
and this is the garage, huh?
2 car
And where do they keep the batteries of the solar? At the corner, huh? Okay. Wow.
Dining. Outside.
Outside?
Tomatoes down there, than anywhere else in the world.
That's a nice barbecue. That's the back view.
Oh, this also have the view of the mountain. And this is Patita, right? The owner. And wow, beautiful. I love this beautiful house. Yeah. Okay. So thank you.
Okay, I'm Marilyn Payao from Santa Clarita, California. Bisayang dako.
Okay.
Ipaano ko lang sa lahat na tao sa mundo itong lugar na ito. Napakaganda. Ito ang lugar na dream ko sa buhay ko. Oh my gosh. I'm very happy this place. So, kung makita lang ninyo siguro, magustuhan yun ninyo ang tanang places because doon sa dagat, malapit lang sa dagat, at saka ang dami ng bahay na magaganda dito. Ang taong makapunta dito, may ilan sila. Okay? Okay, dito tayo doon. Talaga. So,
Ma'am, ano itong ongoing construction dyan sa right side ninyo?
Diyan.
Casitas?
Oh, yan, Casitas. Yeah,
Oo.
Casitas. Diyan, parang phase 1, phase 2. O, marami nang nagbe-build up ng house dyan. So, ngayon, malamang ang dami ng taong na magpatayo din ng kasi magandang lugar na ito ng parang bakasyonan ng mga tao.
Aha.
Ang daming mga taong pumupunta din dito. Napaka-happy nila dahil malapit lang sa dagat. And then, nandito na lahat. May mga swimming pool. Tsaka ang dami ding mga Pilipino dito. Baka kayo'y dito, i-check lang ninyo sa magustuhan ninyo. May taong
Mga Bisaya, ma'am.
maraming Bisaya. O, daghang Bisaya din eh. Pasensya na ang akong boses.
Oo.
Maganda. Okay?
Okay, isuroy mi ma'am sa mga lugar dire.
Dirita. O, kana din ang view ha. Dagat na siya. And then, dito nga side sa parang daghan na kayo mga balay nga mga maganda. Okay? Sa mga Tagalog, magandang bahay na dito. Marami na. Tsaka marami na rin mag-build up rin ng mga home dito.
Unsa ang mga balay diri ma'am? Ang dungog nako murag solar ang ilang
Oo, solar ang ilahang ginagamit. Mao nay akong nakuanan sa dinhi. So,
ang presyo ma'am, kumusta ang presyo diri sa magpagpalit og lote?
oh my God, worth it ka isa nga tanan, barato pa. Kung naa kay 22,000 na anak kay gwapo kay nga lote. Magandang lugar na. So,
Ang
yan.
mga balay man tagpila pud og magpa-construct og kanang balay.
Magpa-construct ka ang naano ko kasi nalaman ko sa mga bahay dito. Nag-expense sila ng 150,000, napakaganda na yung bahay nila. Yan ang naano ko.
Kining diring lugar ma'am unsa man ni muni ilahang clubhouse?
Mauni ang ilang clubhouse. Napakaganda sa loob. Ang daming mga pagkain dyan, kung ano-anong mga siniserve nila. At saka ang owner dito napakabait. Napakabait talaga. Hindi lang mabait, maganda pa yung lugar. Yun lang ang ikasar ko dito ng lugar. Ang swimming pool sa duol sa clubhouse. Andi na arapod ang dagat. Kana nga mga balay din na, mga bago na diya. Kana nga mga balay mura o naggasto sila og 150,000. Gwapo na kaayo ang mga balay nila.
Kanang mga dato sa ato sa Mindanao nga Bisaya ma'am, invite sila.
Oo, katong mga kahinanglan og mga duol og dagat. So diri mo sa Mexico. Kani nga lugar napakaganda sa mga taong gusto og tabing dagat. Nandito na sa Mexico. Hindi na kayo yung tawag dito, mag-expend og malaking money papunta pa sa Mindanao, sa Pilipinas. Nandito ngayon sa Mexico. Napakagandang lugar na to. Para sa akin, napakagandang lugar. At saka parang, dream place ko ito. Okay? Lang sa mga kababayan ng mga Bisaya, basi gusto ninyo magkaroon ng luti din sa Mexico. Ang luti karon barato pa. 22,000 lang. And then build up na mo og bahay, mga siguro mga 60 to 80 solar na siya. Pero kung gusto gini niyo dako ng inyong balay, 150,000, napakaganda na, gwapo na kay na nga balay. Mao lang na akong i-share sa mga Bisaya at saka sa mga Tagalog din na mga Pilipino. Yan, kung gusto ninyong lugar na bakasyonanan, testing mo diri sa Mexico. Kay napakagandang lugar. Ito ang inuupuan ko dyan, ang clubhouse nila. Malapit lang sa dagat. Yan. Yan, doktor, ang Okay.
Welcome to Rancho, Costa Verde here in San Felipe, Baja California, Mexico, and we are very proud to be one of the lot owners here. And we would be inviting friends and relatives to join us and invest. Very reasonable and affordable prices for the lots, and the good thing is they will be building homes that are solar and still very reasonable and affordable, with this beautiful view of the sea. And we have a beautiful clubhouse. This is their pool area, and at the back you can see the building of the clubhouse. And if you look to the other side, you can join us, be part of this beautiful green beach community here in San Felipe, Baja California, Mexico. The name is Rancho Costa Verde. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of us.